Time to
Name
incite
this
a
one.
war.
Esmore's big plan. It's a good one.
No,
I have a good plan. Esmore's big brain plan.
no.
Nah.
This is trust me when I say this is probably a good idea.
Yeah.
What gives you that idea?
Yes. Yeah. That's right. He's small. I don't think he's gonna put up much of a fight. I mean, big chest, tiny legs. Like I said, big chest.
Can I go invisible?
Oh. So yeah, I was just remembering my plan. I don't know, do they?
Yes.
I had an alteration to my plan though, and because I think I was trying to say it's at the end of the session, but we ended. Instead of having Zine turn invisible, why don't we just get some garb and like fashion up an eye patch to cover up just one of the eyes? That way, like the my players walk around with two drow instead of just being accompanied by one random drow. I mean, I was hoping at least saying that in character.
um,
That is, if Zine is up for that.
would do you think they would know if there was an eye patch drow walking?
Feel
I'm,
like it would be the kind of thing to stand out.
yeah, but one either it would be most people won't just go up to you and be like, hey, what happened to your eye? That's kind of rude.
I
I mean,
don't.
I'd do that, but the
I
normal
don't
person
think
wouldn't.
they care here.
Yeah, I really don't think they'll think too much of it.
I mean, I just think it's kind of weird that if there was an eye patch drow walking around, then I feel like people would know about it.
Someone asked, and you get something in your eye, and it hurts, so you put an eye patch on it.
Uh, Shroud of Shadow. It's Xanathar's. So I'll just at will without spending a spell slot. I can do that? Yeah. Ah, fun. I figured this was coming. He just kind of stands there. Right. Shivers down his spine.
Welcome back. He's still invisible?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But what do you think of the eye patch thing, though?
I don't think it'll work.
It's just an idea.
Nice thought, though. Speaking of, I do need to disguise
This guy's what?
myself.
I also need clothes that resemble the mind flayers. Um, who was it here that was the uh tailored inclined one?
I don't think we have anyone who's inclined to tailor. I think we just kind of pushed a job onto the NPC.
Yeah. Regardless, we need to go buy some fabric. Do we have any coin?
Maybe we should tell the others our idea.
Um, if they don't like the idea, I have a feeling they wouldn't want to make the garb. I would have them make the clothes first and then maybe inform them of the plan.
You do you.
But if you feel like we should tell them,
I mean, aren't we supposed to ask
Need to ask Malnum anyways.
Malnum?
true. For once, I refuse to do the talking on this one.
That's just
Well,
gonna stay silent.
I don't know him.
You got this. Yeah.
Ah, fuck you.
Hey, I've had to do it.
No.
I had a
No.
full-on conversation with myself with Cloud and Esmore.
No.
Feel my pain.
Yeah, I know. All right. Do I? I don't have my gold anymore, do I? On Zine. Goodbye.
Uh, weirdly.
I guess we're going to go find the others, huh?
Oh yeah, they should be in the room. Actually,
No,
since I
they
have,
No,
since I
Malna,
did they go
Malnum,
downstairs? I thought we
and
were downstairs. My
the
bad.
girl I can't remember whose name of went
Or
downstairs.
Annalise.
Annalise.
Who's Arena? Oh, that's right. I'm thinking of Arena from freaking Curse of Strahd. I got 3 games on my head. I gotta remember NPCs better.
I feel like as
Unless she's a good tailor, she may not be
She's
useless.
not. That's
You
the
don't
thing.
know. We haven't asked her.
Yeah, she's made clothes before.
Did she? We might need her.
she made
hey,
she
man,
made clothes
you
for us.
never know. You never know.
There we go.
I feel like Asmore's gonna try to get with Annalise.
You never know. You never know.
She is a wood elf. Apparently the source on my
Very.
OBS changed. They couldn't hear me. Fun. Thanks, Isaac. Alright.
Okay. So I guess we're going down to find the other 2. It's just 2, right? Because Alex with us, and then
Alec went off to see if there was a pattern to where he thinks the Illithid layer is.
Yeah.
yes, that's right.
Well, let's go downstairs.
That's invisibly.
Yes.
All right. If I remember, it was they were sitting at some table.
Just going down as is.
Yeah, I don't have a way to. If I have a hood, I'll put the hood on.
I mean,
Yeah,
do you have the hood?
Because
of
I have a
your-
cloak.
Yeah, you have the hood. You have your cloak.
Yeah.
We can make you a temporary eye patch for now if you want.
No, I have a cloak. It's fine for now. I'll put my hood on.
You really want that eye patch?
I'm not wearing it.
Oh. Okay, let's head downstairs.
I'll follow, yeah.
You other two notice something kind of interesting when Zine puts her head up. When she does, she becomes like kind of hard to like receive. Like you can look at her, but it's not necessarily fuzzy, but like there's some disconnect that like there's actually a person standing there.
And yeah, you're really adamant about disguising your looks whenever you have that. That really makes you hard to look at in general.
But I can still be seen.
But not perceived.
Anyway, I guess lead the way.
Okay. I'll go downstairs and look for the dwarf boy.
Very easy to spot. There's probably like 8 tankards empty in front of him.
He was holding back. He only has so much money.
The people in the tavern don't seem to stop their conversations. Don't seem to notice.
I'll go up to Malcolm, and I'll kind of whisper in his ear, say, "Hey, we have a plan. Can you come talk to us upstairs?"
Took you long enough. All right. And he'll down his whatever's left in a tankard in front of him if there is one, and then he'll get out. I guess we'll go into the room.
Right back upstairs.
Annalise follows.
Oh yeah, I forgot I was going to like give her the finger and be like, "Follow, come with
Why-
me."
Don't flip
Flips her off
Annalise.
and says, "Come with us."
Don't flip off, Annalise.
What?
What'd she do? She's trying to be hopeful. Okay, leave her alone. She's having
So
a hard
rude.
time. She's just a regular person in all this.
Poor girl. Question: Is she hot?
I think you asked this before.
Yes.
I have asked.
I think it was
He-
me that asked the question.
I don't even
if you
know
did
anymore.
or
I
not.
just know the question gets asked anytime.
Yeah.
I don't know if we got an answer.
Female
Yeah, I don't know if you got an
NPC?
answer. Wood elf?
I mean,
Yeah.
what else seem to
Ooh.
be Esmore's type, so I think that's for you to decide.
That sounds like a yes.
Yeah, that sounds like a yes.
I mean,
I'm just wondering.
she
No.
she was in a drow prison and hasn't necessarily had the opportunity to like take care of herself.
And she still looks this good? Damn, I wonder how she looks like when she takes care of
Crazy.
As we're telling
Fucking
bad. His next arc is finding him a girlfriend.
It's a never ending arc, okay?
I have a diamond. Who wants to sleep with me?
Okay, we don't gotta bring that up, okay? And I didn't
That
say who
was
was sleep
so
with me.
good.
I said who's down for a good time.
Immediately the cougar comes at him.
Couldn't handle
Yeah,
the
the
half
really
orc.
old dwarf.
It was a half orc.
I thought the old dwarf. Was it a half orc? Oh, then oh hell, that's scary in its own. I mean, hot, but hell no, I'll die.
Esmore would have been a broken man.
Literally and
Does
figuratively.
Vath notice that Esmore is looking more intimately at Annalise?
I didn't look. It's just I was just.
Esmore, give me
wondering.
a
I
deception
have no
check.
ulterior motive.
Pardon?
Esmore, give me a deception check.
Deception.
I have no
I don't know
ulterior
what.
motive. Sure.
Yeah.
I
Okay, you
have
can
no
insight.
ulterior motive.
We'll see about
I'll
that.
insight that.
I have no ulterior motive.
There you go.
Read through that. Yeah.
It's gonna be really weird here in a minute when we get upstairs. Then.
All right. Yeah, you guys
So
head upstairs and
Esmore,
you're
we're
back in the
friends.
room.
I wouldn't cock block you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell Mal, like, all right, so Zane's gonna run down the plan with you. I need to talk to Annalise about something. No ulterior motive. It's just purely
Following the hell out of this.
this is purely business here. Not business.
You hit rock
Okay.
bottom, you brought a pickaxe.
Shut up.
Vath is following Esmore, by the way.
Invisible, of course.
Yeah.
Where are you? Okay,
Just to the
Annalise
other
had.
corner.
Okay, so
Just the
still
other
in the
side
room.
of the room. Yeah. That way
Oh,
I'm
I
not
thought you were about to
that
just
way,
run away.
No, that way I'm not disturbing you, and that way I can have my own conversation over with Annalise about something.
No ulterior motive.
No ulterior motive.
Well, let's
Whose
start.
conversation
Let's
you
start
wanna
with
start
Esmore.
first? Oh, great. Okay.
Sorry, I cut out.
Um. Okay. So
My
we get to the
internet's
other
being
side of the
dicey.
room.
It's alright.
Um. I'll look at Annalise and be like, "So, how good are you with your hand?"
Uh,
Hold up.
what do you mean?
I need clothing made.
Depends on what it is, but I think I can do that.
You are well aware of what the drows typically wear. Not the drow, the mind flayers typically wear. If I brought you some fabric, could you, as close as you can, make an outfit that looks like theirs that would fit me?
But you, as you or
Me, as I'm going to turn myself into a mind flayer,
she just
and
like instinctively like kind of like recoils, um, but like realizes that like it's still you. You just used magic. Um,
yeah,
you are taller. Um, uh, mind flayers themselves are quite tall, medium creatures. Um, uh,
uh,
y-
to get the
yeah.
measurements right, I can turn myself into a mind flayer so you can get the proper measurements.
Uh, as a druid, alter self is something you can do at will, right?
Yeah, I can do it anytime now,
Cool.
ever since level 14.
Super useful.
He learned at level when?
I learned at like level 12 that I actually had that spell in general. It is a second level spell.
Oh, dark vision. Oh.
Oh, shut up. Oh,
That's probably the best fucking meme
that was
ever to
like
come out of
level
this.
5. I learned that. Okay.
Oh, we were like level 12.
We were pretty
We
far,
were pretty
dude.
far along.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Anyway, uh, yeah, she starts like looking around. She gathers a few things and starts taking various measurements. Uh, she says, "I'm gonna need a good amount of black cloth."
Be able to manage that. I'll yell across the room. Malcolm, how much money did you spend?
Great question. How much alcohol did he buy while
He
he
said
was
there's
down there
eight,
waiting?
eight tankers in front of him.
I don't know. That's just the ones you could see.
Considering, for some reason it says I have 1,000 gold on Malnum, and that's wrong.
I have 3 silver.
I don't know where he would have gotten 1,000 gold.
He
I
does not
think
have
that
that.
was from like starting armor or starting character stupid shit, and I just forgot to delete it. But I believe I'm at like 7 to 10 gold because he had been working. I know it's been enough to sustain us and make like a little bit extra.
Yeah, so you guys don't have to worry about the like paying for the inn because that unlikely comes out of that.
Yeah.
So you can drink it by the mug or you can drink it by the gallon. Uh, mug is 4 copper each.
How much is a gallon?
2 silver.
All right. He probably drank 2 gallons.
Tight. Okay, so 4 silver pieces.
What would you say my money's at then?
Uh,
Because I know I had some, but it was not much.
yeah, I would say probably 8 gold.
Before or
tournament?
after the silver?
Before.
So 7. Okay. So 7 gold. Okay, where are we at now?
Annalise,
I guess I gotta
Annalise
tell you.
needs black fabric.
Yeah.
We've got 7 gold.
Can I have it?
You can have.
I'll give you the change. This is important. You'll understand in a minute.
He'll give you 5.
Fine.
Gotta pay for the room somehow.
Don't you mean your alcohol?
That too. No one else is bringing in money.
Anyway. She's got her measurements, right?
Mhm.
Okay. For now, I'm just going to just turn into it as a common drow, nothing special, and then I'm gonna make my way to the market.
Turn yourself into a drow.
Yeah, just a random, you know, nothing special drow.
Male or female?
I'll learn that. Male.
Okay. Um.
Yeah, not making that mistake again.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, like no one like even like looks at you.
Yeah, go figure.
Like a lot of folks down here are drow. I mean, there's a mix of male and female. And human, all sorts of other underdark races. So you blend right in.
Look for whoever sells fabric.
Just give me an investigation check. See if you can find it.
I can do that. I'm going to be looking for a while.
Yep, you sure are. Let's skip over to Malnum and Zine. And Vath, are you still
Yeah.
following Ismore, or are you staying
Yes.
in the room? Okay, cool.
Yes. I'm following us more.
Cool. Noah, you're in the room with yourself. And Annalise.
Why?
Annalise is there too.
So I just have to play out a scene of me talking to myself. Fuck y'all.
I've done it.
Welcome to my life.
At least fair, but at least it wasn't just basically you alone in a room with yourself.
Don't forget about Annalise.
Yeah, she's there.
She's
oh
a
yeah,
person
because
too.
she's gonna pop in on because she's gonna pop in on this as if she's gonna
And
weigh
she's
in on what
hot.
we're doing.
Probably hotter than you are.
Yeah, it's canon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think. I think Zine is probably the hottest entity on the Prime Material plane.
Yeah, but she's taking care of herself right now. Imagine if
He's
Annalise
fucking
did.
old, dude.
Huh? Annalise ain't old.
Fucking Zine is.
Xena's very old.
What? You don't know how old Annalise is.
I see those wrinkles.
Zine's 104.
The gray hair's
Zine's
popping
barely considered an adult.
Yes, but we are humans.
So, are you
see?
saying that my stepsister is a pedophile
No?
by elf standards?
No, but actually, now that you bring it up,
Jesus
you know-
Christ. No.
you know who might be.
Oh.
Anyway, Noah, talk to yourself. Go.
Anyway,
I'm ready to
we're
cringe.
getting
Let's
out
do
of this one real quick.
Yeah.
All right. God damn it.
What I wanted to do this with Annalise and let you take care of this. I wanted this to happen.
The problem is, I don't know how to play Malnum to not make it seem like I'm not just making him follow a plan.
Well, he really hates Drow. We know that.
It's gonna be a fun conversation,
I know.
especially since you're a multicolored drow. Multicolored eye drow.
What? Okay.
Ignore me. Just talk to
Fuck
yourself.
off. I'm going. Alright. Fuck all you. Alright. So, Malnum, um, a plan was made. It was mostly Esmore's. Here's the rundown. Vath and I will turn invisible. Esmore will turn into a mind flare. Alec turns into a drow. And we put you in manacles and take you down to the drow place that Alec's been scoping. Not my
First roll a persuasion check, and then respond accordingly.
persuasion. 20.
It's pretty good.
I know. Okay, so you want me to be put in chains, and then we're going to wander into an area that we know nothing about. But there's mind flayers and drow. Yeah, pretty much. But we can have the manacles loose and such. I mean, it wouldn't be difficult to get out. I don't know. I think I want to. Is there some sort of check I could make for a decision? Because I don't know how much further a 20 would take it. Because a 20 is pretty fucking persuasive, and he's not that hard to persuade.
Yeah, I mean, is there something Malnum would need in order to go with his plan? Other than the word of a drow he's never met?
Other than a fight, no. Not that I can think of. I mean, he kind of just wants to get back at the drown shit, so. Alright, fuck it. I'll go through with the plan, but I'm smashing some skulls. And I'm gonna keep an eye on you. That's fair enough.
Am I staying here?
It'd probably be for the best. Unless you're used to fights, I don't recommend coming. If anything goes wrong, there's a battle ahead.
He just nods and keeps drawing on whatever paper she's found.
Not many ritual casts.
Did I hear somebody's stomach grumble?
No, that was me. It wasn't my stomach. Like,
It was funny because my stomach did grumble right as you asked that.
I swear to God, I heard a.
I was like, wow, it's very sensitive.
all right. Guess we find the others or wait. If you have any questions, I can try to answer them. Maybe. Yeah.
Smart takes you longer than you would have hoped. But there is just a well-worn, pot-bellied Versneeblin, selling all sorts of seemingly exotic materials, at least exotic to the surface world. Um, you know, spider silks and cloth made from fungus, and that sort of thing.
Fun. Okay. Excuse me.
What can I do for ya?
I just need some black cloth. Plan on making me a new outfit and feeling a little, black is more of my color.
You and everyone else.
Well, do you have any?
Silk or shroom?
Uh, which one's cheaper?
Shroom.
Does it kind of see how it looks?
He like wanders back to it's like an outdoor cart. And there's several just like large rolls of fabrics in different shades. And he just takes a pair of scissors and cuts off a corner of one of these and walks back over, hops up on the stool and sets it down. It's just like a little like 1-inch square of this fabric. It's coarse and uncomfortable, like the worst wool sweater. And it's black, but it's got like a perpetual like gray charcoal dust that like comes out of it.
Close to like the color from the mind flayers.
If you don't look too hard at it,
So, if I were to say just go ahead and buy silk, how much would it cost to make me an outfit? Like, buy enough to make me an outfit.
and Annalise would probably tell you how much she needed. Um,
Yeah, hopefully. How many yards of this shit do I need?
in silk, 7 gold.
That's 7. Give me 7.
Fuck you.
I need that 7.
That was to Danny.
I know it was.
And Trum will cost you 1.
Well, can't really skip out on quality. I only have 5 on me. I would have to run back to my living quarters and go grab a little extra.
I'll probably
So
still be here.
Yeah, expect me back hopefully shortly. Thank you for your time. I'm gonna head back to the tavern where we're staying.
What in the world are Zine and Malcolm talking about when, Esmore comes back in the room?
Well, it was weird. There was really big spider webs. Oh, hey, Esmore.
Hold on, I need the other 2 gold.
Really?
Unfortunately.
Find some more for the room. Then he'll flick the 2 gold your way.
Do what I can. Once I get the other 2, I'll head back to the silk shop. Till last day drow.
How much did you want again?
I'll tell him how much it was. You never gave me a number, so
Yeah.
I relay the info.
All right. And he starts just like not even measuring, just like armfuls. Just pulls it a couple times and cuts it off. And this silk is very fine. In with it sitting on the counter, it looks like the counter just like disappears in void. Like it doesn't even look like fabric. Like kind of a Vanta Black situation. And depending on how well Annalise does, this will do just fine.
Thank you very much. I'll hand him the 7 gold.
He'll take it.
And then I'll head back.
All right. So unfortunately, you only have fabric enough for 1 attempt. And Annalise will be rolling her survival, which is a +5.
Can I guidance her to make it hopefully better. I'll do that then.
Yeah. What else? What else you guys want to do to help Annalise?
Um, if it's gonna be on like like, can I like somehow like trying to help her, like say like she's trying to give me directions, like hey hold this here, like just give
Yeah.
an extra pair of hands, I
Yep.
guess.
So, it's an extra D4 and advantage. Does Zine want to assist in any way?
Yeah. I will inspire them. I'll. I guess after they get back and she's gonna get started, I'll put my hand on her shoulder and be like, "You'll
You
do
can
just
do
fine."
this.
And use my bardic inspiration.
What die is that? The
A
Eight?
D12 current.
D12. Holy fuck.
At-
Jesus.
oh
All
wait,
right.
no. Because I'm only 14th level bard.
Okay, so it's a D10.
It's a D10.
That's still pretty
It would
huge.
be a
All right.
D12 if I didn't cleric. It is pretty wild.
All right. Let me make sure this is set to public. Yep. All right. Survival. Okay. Already pretty good.
Right
See
on.
how stupid we can buff this random person.
We need this to work. It's all our gold.
Okay, so that's a 20. And then a D10. So 23. The total. It takes her time. She uses a mix of druidcraft to manufacture some of the minor materials she needs.
I could do that too.
Cutting small strips with a dagger you guys probably gave her at some point. And she makes a undecorated but rather convincing mind flayer rope. It is much too long as it is for your human form. But she did very well.
I will turn into a mind flayer and I will try it on.
It actually fits over your armor, concealing it quite well.
I was wondering that just now too. I was like, does it fit over my armor?
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you remove your armor for this. Yeah, it is surprising how much you look like one of the mind flayers of this colony.
I'm gonna give Annalise a high five.
She's hesitant, but she gives you a high five. I think that'll work.
I think so. Question: what language do mind flayers speak?
You've only ever heard them speak into your mind.
So I have to be quiet. Got it.
Oh,
The-
Oh,
no.
we failed. Fuck.
Oh, no.
We're screwed.
They're
Fuck.
inherently telepathic.
Gotcha. We got this, guys.
We're fucked. Danny,
Uh-huh.
could we take a break so I can let the dog out?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and take a good old 15-minute break. I'll be back at 15
Have the
after.
landlord show up before
15 after.
For
Okay, I'll be back.
I think this is actually the very first time that we're actually going with an Esmore plan.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I think it is.
So, you have your outfit made. Um, Rounham is suitably convinced. Um,
Need shackles or something.
yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a thing we don't.
Does anyone have minor illusion or
I'm a
any kind of
warlock.
illusion spell? Huh?
I'm a warlock.
Uh-huh. So
uh,
obviously I'm not talking to you. Um,
Yes.
I do not. I have no illusion.
Let me see if my NPC. Boo, Alex shoots.
gotta
I
wait for him
mean,
to get back anyways.
Go. No, Alec does not have.
That's what I thought.
I have hex though.
I'm just trying to make it a way to make it just look like he's chained up.
You can get some chains and chain them up
We're gonna get that though. The thing.
somewhere. There was that kinky place he passed by. Shit.
Does he have to be in chains?
I can turn invisible. I'm just not extremely stealthy.
And all of the fucking mind players would know where you are.
Yeah. You think we could pull off saying that, we have a prisoner, don't have any chains, can we borrow some will work?
Probably not.
Unlikely.
Can we make him look unconscious?
Maybe we wait for Alec.
I have a spell that makes someone appear dead.
We're not going to you. I knew you would bring that up. I knew it.
It's just throwing it out there.
Or we
No,
just wait for Alec and get his opinion.
Okay.
Maybe he has some shit up his sleeve that we don't know about.
I don't know why I'm looking through all of Zine's items. Joy
I'm,
that she doesn't have it.
I'm looking through all my spells.
I already know 90% of my shit's combat.
Yeah, it's about this time that Alec returns. Several hours have passed since Esmore went out and got the Majora's cloak and got made, and all that kind of stuff.
Wrath is still invisible, by the way.
Yeah,
I would like to think Zane spent a lot of that time kind of meditating.
okay. You feel It feels distant right now, mostly because you're several miles underground.
Oh, this will be funny because I'm still in mind flare.
Alrighty. Vath, are you around?
That's who's asking.
Would the sending spell work well down here?
I don't know. Try it.
I mean, you're saying things about a giant brain.
Yeah. What about it?
Could it pick up on it? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't have access to sending.
Okay.
I know that some of the other ones with the brain still in their head have been able to communicate with it, kinda.
Okay. I'm gonna cast sending.
To who?
Uh, first, Alice.
Oh, I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
And it'll just say, "Hey, dear.
Oh God.
I'm
Oh,
alive.
good.
Weird things are happening. I'll be in touch soon, hopefully."
Something you've never felt when you've cast sending. It's almost as if the like normally when you send a message, like a spell completes and that's it, and you wait for a reply. Um, but it feels as if the uh the words you're speaking almost get like snatched away from you. You can physically feel the message being intercepted.
Is there a way to stop that?
Um. Oh my god, why do I have to refresh again? 20, come on. I want access to chat.
If there's a way to stop that from happening or keep the message from being.
Um. Not before you take 10 points of psychic damage. As the
Okay.
response you get is just a discordant scream straight into your head. Both alien and just incredibly loud.
Okay.
Word advice: don't do that.
Um, you said something about thinking about it and you can get it out.
Yeah,
Explain that process.
just try to force it out. Think real hard.
Hey, I managed to do it.
Yeah, but if he can do it, then you can do it.
It might hurt a little bit.
Okay. I guess I will try and focus and see if I can force something out of my head if it's there.
You focus. Give me a wisdom save.
So great. Fucking wisdom
You
saves are
sit
my
there
least
quietly,
favorite.
like, closing your eyes hard and thinking about, trying to focus on the inside of your own head. And you're the only one in there. There is nothing to force out.
Okay. So don't use sending. They got my message.
Was it bad?
I mean, you were in the room when I said it.
Well, then, does it really change anything?
If the mission mother finds out alive, maybe.
Good job then. All jokes aside. What now then? I don't really think it changes her plan, does it?
Not too much. Alec, what did you find?
I'm not sure how many are in there. But it always seems like whoever goes in there, Drow specifically, are accompanied by at least one mind flayer. Whether they come out with one or not it just depends. I haven't seen any slaves go in there, but it seems like they just walk in. I don't know if there's some telepathic communication going on or what, but it's just drow guards outside. Not even mind flayers.
That's a bit tricky, actually.
Oh, I think it's easier to convince something that's not telepathic.
Oh, drow, though. No offense, Ian.
There don't seem to be many likable drow.
Yeah. I think we're still yet to find one. Obviously kidding. That aside, could it really be that easy, though?
I mean, I haven't been inside. I have no idea what it looks like down there.
Like, I could try, but I'm not exactly too keen on going inside. Especially by myself. Even if I can go invisible.
Well, if there's no mind flayers over there, and it's just some drow, couldn't we use that one's family name as influence?
Didn't you say something about not being able to use your name?
Um, First name probably not. Last name maybe.
Also, Malnum, how'd you know about that? Were you in the room?
We were talking for a few hours.
Fair enough.
You what?
You
Hmm?
said they were talking for a few hours.
That's not good.
Oh, right. Forgot.
We should go now.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That spell that would be very useful just in case later.
Get your shit ready, Esmore. Yeah, well, I guess you are. Fucking
Yeah, I'm dressed up.
dressed up isn't the word I would use, but yeah, sure.
Are you already in the mind flayer form?
I never got out of it.
Oh God. Okay.
That's why I was saying it'd be interesting whenever the one guy got back.
Zine, how long can you be invisible
Oh
for?
yeah.
An hour?
Shit.
10 minutes or an hour.
Up to an hour.
Sleep.
Alright, well, we should get ready then. By ready, I mean, we should probably just go now. Like Alex said.
It's yep.
Yeah.
Are you just walking out through the tavern?
No. No. Should probably go out the
I'm invisible. I
window.
don't think it matters, but yeah.
I
Looking
don't
like
think there.
this, I should probably go out the window.
Well, I don't think there were any mind flayers.
It'd be kind of weird for a random mind
Downstairs.
flare would be walking around a tavern. I want to raise suspicion.
And jumping out of a window doesn't do that.
As long as no one sees it, they're fine.
I guess.
But how do you stealthily jump out a window?
It's more on the landing than the timing, I guess.
But it'd be kind of weird to see a mind flayer jump out of a window, no?
Well, as
I
long as
mean,
no
that
one
jump-
sees it, does a mind flayer really jump
Yeah.
out the window?
Yeah. No one saw it. Didn't happen.
Well, let's see how good a mind flayer you really are. Give me a stealth check.
Isn't it with their stats?
No.
No.
Everything stays my set.
Yeah, it's just alters self.
Okay, then
He
you
he,
got
he
lucky.
physically looks like
Before I jump
mind
out the
flayer.
window, can I use my staff to cast a pass without a trace?
um.
And then see, I make charge.
So, they are both concentration.
Oh, they are. So never mind. Stealth check. I'm just scared. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if I can guidance this, so.
I mean, you can. Yeah. He's
I
like getting
guess I
ready
may
to
as
jump
well.
out the window.
Yeah, I guess I may as
Try,
well.
try to use it before the check.
Yeah. I didn't know if it would
Go and add a
go
d4
well
Esmer.
for it.
Yeah. Guidance helps with like it's like a single action, not like over a period of time.
Yeah.
So this would be a ideal
After I
circumstance.
guidancing as more. I'm going to go invisible again because guidance is concentration.
A 15. Yeah, I mean, it's not the most quiet landing, but it kind of drops into like a back alley. This is where you all saw Zine.
Hey,
So now you're a lone mind flayer in a back alley. For the
I'm
rest of you
gonna
doing?
kind of wait for them.
Well, we might as well follow. And I'll put my hood up and stealthily jump out the window.
All right, go for it.
With advantage.
Mm-hmm.
14.
Easy enough. This hard to perceive blur is now next to you.
Ugh, creepy when you look like
I
that.
guess I'll do the same.
All right. You'll have advantage low because you're invisible.
Yeah.
Oh,
Natural 20. I guess.
Vath may or may not be down here. We don't know.
God, is that coming?
It's unconfirmed. Um,
I hate this
it-
meme.
Great.
It keeps happening.
It'll be funny when Mountain has
As
to come
the
down.
others, I was thinking, as
I know.
the others kind of jump down, can I try to like help catch them to kind of lower their fall so they don't make as much noise coming down?
Okay, Alex is fine.
Because a small jump for us is like a 3-story building to them, you know. They might break a leg. And no, I think you need to roll for Malcolm.
12.
Not the most graceful landing, but quiet enough that you
I just said I'm
don't.
gonna try and catch them.
Quiet enough that you don't draw unnecessary attention. Like you see, like one male drow like kind of like glance down the alley, and like sees you Esmore, and then very quickly just like looks straight ahead and keeps walking. Nothing to see here.
Okay.
Just a group of random people in a back alley.
I'm playing a very dangerous game being a mind flayer right now in a place like this.
We're playing a dangerous game no matter what because we have 3 IQ total.
Better than no IQ.
Fair.
Alec will disguise self as a female drow of moderate distinction.
Once we head to the street, I'll cast invisibility on myself through the harp.
Alright. So you turn invisible.
With stealth advantage. Double advantage.
It just basically, like, because, like, if someone saw you, you might be in trouble, but now no one can even see you. Where they hear you now, that's a
Yeah.
different question, but...
Yeah, I know.
Alright. Follow me. And Alec takes a deep breath and walks towards the open street.
Yeah.
Do the have I noticed if the mind flayers generally walk next to, behind, or in front of the drow that they're with or accompanying with?
Closely behind.
Closely behind. Okay, then I'll follow
Very, very
closely.
much like servants.
Okay, I'm gonna try and follow as if a regular mind slayer would. Then,
Give me a performance check.
do I get advantage because of my outfit and stuff?
Yeah.
Cool. Didn't matter.
Oh boy.
Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Let's go.
um, you're unused to the size and um, you don't normally wear robes. Um, so, like
Tentacles tickle
occasionally,
my chin.
um, your chin is tentacles. Um,
Yeah.
uh, occasionally you like catch your foot on the robe and like stumble and um
God.
tentacles. Terrible.
Curse.
Cursed. You more look like a very fresh mind flayer.
Great.
So two of you are
Oh,
invisible.
little baby mind flayer.
What did you say, Danny?
It said two of you are invisible. I need help. What is Malnum doing? Because you're not chained in any way.
I guess I'm walking next to the mind flare. No one really told him. I mean, if there's some uh stance he would normally stand in, I mean, he was imprisoned for a year. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got. He's been here a while. Maybe he'll stand in a way that fits.
Okay. In this case, give me a performance check with advantage.
Ah, he's so charismatic.
Uh huh.
Believe it. Cool. It's
13.
0.
13.
All right. Um,
God. You got a +2 and you did better.
Alec just says, just put your hands behind your back and walk in front of us.
Yeah. Alright.
Trying to obscure your hands, even though they're not manacled. And occasionally, like, Alec will, like, just, like, push your shoulder.
Yeah.
Um,
He'll play into it
mhm. So you guys travel.
after like the third one because it took him it takes him a moment.
Mhm. Uh, as you guys move through the city, um, well, first, as you enter that main road, you see like 4 or 5 heavily armed drow moving in your direction, but they look at you all moving away from the tavern in this. Well, there's a drow, female drow, mind flare, and presumably illithid food, walking down the road. They don't pay any attention to you. And you watch them as they go into the tavern.
Esmer's just me thinking to himself, oh my god, my plan is working. For once.
I guess since we're making our way towards that place and Malnum knows where to go, he'll if he's thinking anything, he'll just be thinking like left turn, forward, right turn,
Trying to remember where you're going.
forward. Well, trying to yes, but without giving explicit detail. If something were to be reading his mind, you know,
Okay.
he's aware his mind's being read, just doesn't know to what extent.
Yeah.
So simple thinking might
Cool.
be best.
You guys rolled decent enough on the checks to pretty much move unaccosted through the city. You all are walking through what seems to be like a large boulder field, and these boulders are enormous. Some of them are carved out into living spaces, and there are arches made of these fallen rock in this part of the city. And you all keep moving north, and Alec just grabs Mountum's arm to stop him. There it is. And it's pretty nondescript. You just see two rather bored-looking armored drow standing guard next to a just a thin, tall archway.
Well, I'm a prisoner, so I'm just following a lead.
I can't talk.
Hope you're ready.
I mean, if we're far enough away, you could whisper, maybe.
Not risking it.
Either way.
Well, I'll kind of whisper in the drow, the one that's got the drow in front of me. I guess we
Alec?
just Alec, thank you. I guess we just walk in. We'll take it out of our way.
Yeah. And gives you Mountum a bow shove.
He'll whisper, act like you belong. And we'll go forward.
I need from the three that are visible, another set of performance checks. And I'll say with advantage, because it's actually a decent
okay.
roll.
Nice. Let's go, Malnum.
All right.
Ooh.
Um,
I got used to these robes.
Malnum knows how to look like a slave.
I know how to shut up.
This time.
the
I made a solid plan, and I'm keeping quiet.
as
The
you
best do of both worlds.
step up to the entryway, the two guards block the entrance with like spears. Classic. And as when I think you just like look over at one of them, and it would the drow just nods and lifts the spear. and the way in is free for you all to enter.
Enter we shall.
The first thing you notice stepping down is the odd, like, damp humidity. Like, it's not hot. But everything in this layer is moist.
Yummy.
And the further you move down these, it's not stairs, it's like a ramp. The less stone it is and the more kind of almost organic it feels.
Okay.
Let me just... I'm going to do something real quick. Making a token. Yeah, I think that'll work.
Big
zoomed in.
horse.
I thought I was zoomed in a lot, but no, it's the big
Yeah,
horse.
what the fuck?
So you have entered the Mind Flayer's lair. This first
Still pretty
room
big holes.
you enter, you don't see any Mind Flayers in here. You see a quadrupedal creature that has white fur covering its entire body. It's hulking front shoulders and like ape-like arms in front. Malcolm would know this thing as a let me make sure I say it right. Yeah. Malcolm would know this thing as a Quaggoth.
Quaggoth.
Quaggoth. And you can see it has this broad metal collar and is chained to one of the walls. And
What's chain there?
this creature.
Ah, okay.
And as you enter this relatively small chamber, it just emits a low guttural growl.
What do I know about God?
Give me a nature check.
Way in hell I would know.
Probably not.
No way.
So it's a 6. I mean, Quaggas are brutal Underdark creatures. Not particularly bright. You've killed several in your time.
9.
Like you can see that they have large claws, and the thing you know is like the more they get injured, the more like ferocious and brutal they become. These are creatures that will for sure fight to the death.
Okay. They're the honey badger of the Underdark.
They are considered medium.
The Wolverines of the Underdark.
This chamber, as you can see, splits up this direction back to the surface. This is actually sealed off. Can't go that way. And there's a long chamber that goes this way.
Way to go.
Turn on explorer mode for you.
Pick up.
Mm-hmm. So you guys can move the token if you want.
I'll move it. Boop, that's going this way.
The tunnel is an odd. I want to say like almost fleshy, but that's not quite right.
Wet.
I mean, everything has a fine layer of dampness and almost
Moist.
mucus to it. Everything's just a little sticky. But it feels almost like you're in like the arteries or digestive system of some enormous beast.
Ew.
As you travel through this tunnel.
I think the worst part is my internet cut out until everything's sticky. It's like you're in the digestive system of a giant beast.
That's all you need to know. Go ahead and stop right there.
Okay.
Before you enter this chamber, one, you've only seen one like doorway, and that was back up here.
Yeah.
Everything else has just kind of been open. This tunnel doesn't meet flush with the floor. It's about a 6-foot drop. And inside you can see a surprisingly bored-looking armored drow. And you see a mind flare that's just like tinkering on an elaborate glassware setup. Turning on various flames, adding various elements and compounds. They haven't seemed to notice you yet. A few things you can also see in this room. There are several holes in the ceiling that go into more of these flesh hallways, as well as more tunnels on the opposite side of the room. But there's currently only one drow and one mind flayer in this room.
What do we do, guys? That was a nervous burp.
We could double back the other.
It's sealed off.
But we didn't try to open it.
True. Okay, guess we'll make our way back then. Just gonna go a little faster.
And it's not like
we're sealed off.
Yeah, it's not like a wooden door. It's like a an iris like style made of like some kind of like membrane.
And I feel around the door to see if I can find a way that opens it.
As soon as like you like touch it, you feel like the wall like recoil from your touch. And the iris with like a how to describe this awful sound? Like a small squelching sound as it spreads open. The doorway, if you could call it that, opens. Inside this next room, there's a single guard drow. This one's actually male. Less armored than the two female drow out front and the one that was in the other chamber. Like sits up from a chair that obviously does not belong in this horrible flesh dungeon. Seems to have been startled from maybe a nap. What do you do?
I stand there and say nothing.
I'm acting my part. I guess Malnum would hold an action to grapple the dude if something goes really bad. Alex kind of the drow here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There's like a brief standoff where they're just like staring at each other. And then Alec is just going to... He's just gonna lunge while producing a short sword, and he's just gonna run through this drow.
All right, Malnum's going for him too then.
So Alec, that's gonna hit. And I believe that is enough to kill this drow. Like I said, less armored than the other ones. Before the other drow can make a noise or do anything, Alec has already like cut his throat with his short sword, and is like has the other drow's mouth covered as they rapidly bleed out.
Alex a badass. Let's go.
As the other drow goes limp, they slowly lower them to the floor as to not make too much noise.
Hopefully no one else comes in here and finds them.
Well,
Some point or
What else are we supposed to do?
Man, I don't know. Lie.
I don't
Say
particularly
that.
sound like what I look like. I'm not very convincing.
Lie.
We're lucky enough that we got
Better
in here in
off
the
if
first
you ask.
place.
Yeah. Well, I guess I suggest we move quickly then.
Yeah, and
Try
let's
and
just...
tuck him in a corner somewhere where he's less to be seen if someone were to peek in here.
let's just hope that the mind flayers don't mind us.
I hope not.
I like drags the body into one of the... It's not really... There's no corners, it's a round room. You...
That's just probably.
Any of you have any kind of magic to move blood? Kind of left a trail.
I
Oh.
turn and look where I think Z would be.
All you hear is, oh wait, that would drop my invisibility, wouldn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
But it's not the greater invisibility. No, can't cast spells. Let's just hope no one comes in here.
Can't do it right now.
Alright. Can you close the weird flesh door?
Wow. I don't even know how I opened it. Maybe it'll just close on its own.
It's like a Walmart door. It's an automatic door.
I'll walk
That's
out.
just how it feels to go to
maybe
Walmart.
kind of like feel the archway and like kind of feel around the walls to see if they'll like close
As
behind me.
you reach out and the wall like recoils again. It's like as if you like touch someone with like really cold hands. But indeed the iris just back to a pinpoint opening right in the middle.
Oh my god, we're in a super Walmart. I guess it's only one way to go. Try not to act suspicious when we jump down, down there. They ask what we're doing. Say we're escorting a prisoner for lunchtime or something along the lines. Oh wait, I'm moving the token. I forgot.
Say nothing may be beneficial too.
What are the chances that we can just kill the drow and Mind Flayer doesn't mind?
Well, maybe the mind flayer will try and read our minds and we can tell it what we're doing. Maybe it'll assist us or just turn a blind eye. We'll see when we get there.
Oh hey, we're here.
Yeah. I figured we had that conversation during
We'll
the
find
walk.
out when we we'll get there when we get there.
Are we there yet? No.
They're still doing their thing. You haven't been noticed. What do you do?
Well, I have to technically fall behind, so kick the prisoner down. Kick the prisoner down.
Can I, as Zine, try and position myself within the room where I could easily attack?
Keep in mind that there's about a 6-foot drop to get into this room.
I bet you could get down. I bet Zine can do that quietly.
Give me a stealth check. See how you do.
Oh.
That was under Malnum.
Mhm.
No, that was his name with Zine.
Yeah,
That's
you
with
you're
advantage,
you're
already hard.
quiet enough to hop down. The floor is surprisingly soft.
I hate this dungeon.
Mm-hmm. You're
I
welcome.
think it's awesome.
I just have a memory.
Gross.
Ew.
Ew.
All right. You're inside the room.
I hope that Alec
The
could be like ladies first.
two other like floor level entrances have those kind of irises closing them off.
Please, we know how to open them now.
Poke it with a stick.
Just poke it.
Esmore has the touch.
I'm gonna kind of like. I do. I'm gonna kind of like motion for Alec to go first, or to kind of like go with the prisoner first. Go about them, and then I'll follow behind.
I would
I
like
guess I'll
to
go
hold
down
action
as well,
attack with
quietly.
Zine.
Oh yeah, Vath is here.
I know, crazy.
What is Beth doing?
Oh yeah.
I'll hopping into the room as well.
Okay, give me just a stealth check as well.
Oh.
I'm gonna luck that one.
Okay.
Bump.
That's fucking well.
9. What can you get that 9
A 14.
14.
to? You like start to hop down, and the ground is a little slicker than you expect, and you basically slip into the room, but you manage to land gracefully enough that you don't make any noise.
So,
Um, are you holding an action or anything?
sure, I'll hold an action to attack if something goes wrong. Like Eldritch Blast.
What is Alec gonna do? I think he's just going to try to shove Malnum into the room. Malnum, give me an athletics or acrobatics check.
I have so many fucking names on my list.
Uh huh.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Yeah, either
You
one.
should see mine.
Wow.
You just feel Alec just like full on, like way harder than he was just like as you were walking, just like casually just pushing you. He full on like shoves you into the room, and you just go tumbling in. And it's at this point that the mind flare and drow in the room turn. The drow is startled. The mind flare just looks over its shoulder and then looks back to whatever it was doing. This female drow says, "I didn't think we were expecting anyone." And Alec has 12 charisma. Doesn't change his voice really. But says, "Well, this one was causing a lot of trouble. The Esmore, how are you getting down?
Um, gracefully.
Right.
I was kind of like, without really showing any emotion, just kind of like hopping down, like I'm like I have to be here, kind of thing, like kind of like
Uh-huh.
what a mind flayer would be like.
Um, you just see through like the helm of this drow. They narrow their eyes at Alec and then turns to the mind flayer that's next to him, and um, I want you all to roll initiative
Oh,
as this drow says out loud, "Incapacitate them."
how did they know? Oh my god.
Let's see if this will work.
Uh, I accidentally did the writing course.
Well, hang on. I have to move you maps.
I forgot. This instinct we already had it clicked.
Damn, I rolled a 20 as well.
Okay, you can keep your
Nah,
fucking.
you rolled an 18, you liar.
Same difference.
Esmore, Bath and Zine, and there is a.
Danny,
Uh huh.
there wasn't a melee weapon given, was there?
Given to who? What?
There wasn't a melee weapon given to Zine, was
You can have a short sword
there? Okay.
or the equivalent of whatever you're proficient with.
Yeah, I can use short swords.
Cool. Oop. Yay! Hand drawn maps.
Yay.
Or I can just go with my regular rapier.
Cool. Can go and roll initiative. Uh,
God, I rolled a 20.
this guy would be up here. This guy would be kind of in the middle of the room. Two invisible folks, you can be wherever you want in the room. Malnum, go and give me a acrobatics check to see if you are prone or not. Okay, you are not prone. But at the moment, Malnum does not have a weapon.
Unfortunate.
So the drow turns to the mind flayer and says, "Incapacitate them." Um, and it just turns, and it like leans its head towards you all, and in your mind, you hear, "Play along," as it pretends to do a, I believe it's called Sonic Blast.
Okay.
Mind blast. Yeah. Zine. Well, at start initiative, you can use your held action or not. It's up to you.
Nah.
Okay. So it is your turn. You're still invisible. Same with you, Vath. You can decide to use it or not.
I'll stay still.
All right.
Still and quiet, and I'll hold my action to attack the drow.
Yeah, I'll just keep holding.
Okay. Alec is going to pretend to, not with a natural one, he's not. Kind of just like over the top, just like clutches his head and falls to his knee and goes, ah! And like looks over at the drow to see if it's convinced. Ah, my head. As the drow elite warrior, is,
Natural one, that inside check, baby.
oh yeah, I should probably do one of them.
Thanks, Noah.
No, not a natural one, so is thoroughly unconvinced.
It wasn't gonna work either way.
This drow pulls a short sword and starts moving towards your other friends, if you two would like to do anything. Vath and Zine?
Fuck it. Alright. I'll cast Vicious Mockery on him.
Alright.
I guess I'll follow up with Eldritch Blast.
The charisma save, right? Wisdom save? Wisdom. Rolled 21. So unfortunately saves.
And I'll use my shit now.
Cool.
Ooh, that's kind of bad.
Only the... These do come out at the same time. So technically you'd have advantage on all of them because you're invisible. So the first two hit, dealing 24 damage. So he makes it to like here. He like takes like the first two steps and just gets like blindsided by Eldritch Blast as you two are no longer invisible.
Good music, good.
Ooh, going back to a classic.
I only have like 4 of them.
I imagine a
And
desert.
we'll turn to see where that came from, and we'll see Uzine, and just goes, oh no, and we'll pull a crossbow and try to shoot you. 19 to hit. Uzine.
Hits.
You take 9 points of piercing damage and give me a Constitution save.
How many? 9 points?
Yep. And a con save. A 5 isn't gonna do it. So you're poisoned, and your vision just tunnel visions and goes away, and you collapse on the spot as you are unconscious. As the drow poison puts you on your ass. However, that is his turn.
Really useless after all this time.
Mount him. Still your turn, Noah.
God damn this game.
I mean, it's a good thing you have two characters.
Fuck this game. Why is the character I love the most the shittiest? The shittiest on Nug. Mountum's going to run up and grapple the dude.
All right. Athletics check. Yeah. Is distracted with shooting Zine, and you just wrap him up from behind, pinning his arms, or her arms to her side, and is currently grappled. Esmore.
I'm going to cast Confusion on him.
Also, Mountain, I believe you have more than one attack.
Yeah. After the grapple, can I just headbutt?
Yeah. Give me an unarmed strike.
Oh. I don't have that one
It'll be
automatically.
strength plus proficiency. Yeah. And then it's 1 plus your strength modifier. Is damage. So it's your strength
it's just
modifier.
It's just a 4.
Well, plus 1, so if
I have
I
a plus
you
3, yeah.
do. Oh, it is 4. Okay. But you smash the front of the helm with your thick dwarven skull.
Ow.
And you just hear a crunch emanate from the inside of the helmet.
That's my turn.
The mind flare just turns...
Wait, my turn.
Oh yeah, hey, it is your turn. Go for it.
Confusion. Which is to say, he's got to make a.
Man, all you rolled really
wisdom.
high on initiative. It's crazy.
Gotta make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah, 20, 20, 20, 21.
That's going to be a 15.
Nope.
There.
Spell save's 18.
Yep.
So,
Alright, so-
yeah, start his next turn. He has the roll right now.
Cool. We'll use that symbol for confused. The Mind Flayer just turns after feigning a Mind Blast attack and goes back to mixing alchemical elements.
Doesn't give a crap.
Zine, you are unconscious. Vath.
Yo. Am I Eldritch Blasting again?
Are you?
I think I am.
So you don't have advantage anymore, so the second to hit. So that's going to be 16 damage.
Even if the person's grappled, it's not advantage?
They're bloodied. Grapple just makes their movement 0,
Ah, okay.
so they can't go anywhere, which is helpful.
Yee.
He probably can't even attempt probably because of his confused, but we'll see.
Well, we'll see. There's a chance that he
Yeah.
would be able to act normally, or she.
Yeah. And then a chance that she'll get out.
Right.
So.
Cool. Alec stands up after not being very convincing. We'll come here, and we'll just sink their short sword, or attempt to. 10's not gonna do it. 21 will. A 15 won't. So 6 plus, yeah, 19 damage. Just manages to find an opening between the armor and just sinks it in, and this drow is not doing good at all. So they need to roll it looks like a d10.
The D10.
10. So they get to act and move normally.
Move normally.
Alright, so they what kind of magic do they have? That character. That's not gonna be helpful. They are just going to look over at the Mind Flayer, and just say, "What are you doing? Kill them!" As she is going to attempt to break the grapple. So, Malcolm, give me another athletics check. And she does. That is her action. Yeah, she's going to try to move. Actually, she'll move this way. So Malcolm and Alec get an opportunity attack. And then she'll make her a wisdom save. And fails. So she's still confused.
Can I try to grapple with the opportunity attack?
Yeah. It is an attack, so.
Athletics again?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Come here.
Oh.
Does not get away from you.
It's like, I'm free. Never mind.
Just come here.
No, you don't. No.
And Alec will go in again with a short sword. Now with a 9, he's not. Alright, so the drow is still there. Mount him. Still have this drow grappled.
Okay. So they broke out of my grapple, tried to get away. I got them back. I'm gonna sideswipe kick at their knee to try to put them to their knees.
Okay. Go ahead.
still
Go and give me
holding
another unarmed strike.
Arrow twice.
A 14 is not going to do it. You like have them by the armor with one hand, and you try to kick at their knee, but they're too quick.
I guess I'll try it again with my second attack.
All right. That one hits for 4 damage, and you will get the desired effect of knocking them prone.
I don't know why you're knocking him prone, but okay.
Hey, Asmar.
Hey, I don't want to break concentration, so I'm going to. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh, what am I doing? Right here. Oh, why am I doing it that way? I'm an idiot. And there. And I want to hit him with my staff.
All right.
I don't want to break concentration.
Yeah,
Would I just do it with the quarter, like with the quarterstaff, or?
Yeah.
And he's prone now.
So you'd have
So
advantage.
one. Yeah. Is that what happened? Or one hand? That don't work.
Up to you.
Yeah, my
13
90
is
so.
not gonna do it.
Yeah, it's fine. And I guess that's my turn.
It is a +2 quarterstaff. Not that it makes a difference.
Yeah, it'd be a 15, but it still wouldn't be enough.
Mind Flayer still doesn't care. Zine is still unconscious. Vath.
I'm gonna hold an action. If he gets up, I'll shoot. I'll just blast.
All right. Alec is going to try to finish him off. 19 hits. Yeah, it just sinks the short sword into their back, and the drow is no longer moving.
Can I look at the mind flayer, and be like, so how did she know?
I'm gonna go invisible, by the way.
Okay. You go back invisible. You just hear in your mind, didn't levitate.
Yeah. Sadly, can't do that. Oh, I'm gonna alter myself back into a mind flayer, by the way. There are no
Oh.
more drops, are there?
Huh?
I'm asking the mind flayer if there's any more like drops.
This whole facility is a vertical.
This is gonna be rough. Is the brain this way, I'm guessing?
Follow the paths to the right.
Yeah. Also, once we free your brain, you're gonna let us safe passage out of here, right? Not gonna turn on us once we get this done.
You don't get a response. They just
That's reassuring.
they just keep messing with their alchemical setup.
Well, I let you be, you let us be. We save your brain, we'll be out of your hair. Let's go, guys.
I guess Malnum will check on Zine since since
Oh
that
yeah.
happened.
Yeah,
yeah,
there's just a small hand crossbow bolt sticking out of Zine's chest armor. And Zine's completely unconscious.
I'm pulling it out.
Okay. I
Any
mean, it's
of
easy
you
enough to do. It's not
have
barbed or
any,
anything.
healing?
I just go there, I rip it out.
It's
Then I
drow poison. It makes the target go to sleep.
smack Zane. Wake up!
And her head just like lulls to the side. It's poison. It's not like taking a nap. It's unconscious.
I'm gonna look towards the mind flayer. Like, you got anything for this?
Ignores you.
Mr. Chemical Man over there. Damn, mind flayers.
God
I
damn
mean,
it.
if you have like what, like lesser restoration or something?
I have.
Otherwise,
razor
we're gonna be
restoration.
sitting in this fucking flesh
Means I
dungeon for
should have.
who knows how long. They're probably gonna have a guard shift sometime soon.
About that. I can. How long does this stuff normally last? Do you know?
About an hour or so. We don't have that kind of time.
No.
This always
I just
happens.
can't cast it today.
All right. Well, and I guess Malnum will pick Zine up.
Kind of near.
Her face. Let's make sure her face is obscured.
I mean, we good to go?
I mean, we can't just sit around here, so.
It's gonna be weird explaining this.
I'm gonna ask the Mind Flayer, how do you plan on explaining the dead drow?
Continues to ignore you.
Mind Flayer.
They're just staying out of our way. They're not being helpful, but they're not being harmful.
Well, this will be detrimental to him as well.
Maybe, who knows?
Okay.
Onward.
Onward. To the right, he said.
Who's
Moving
carrying
on.
Malnum's weapon?
I guess that would be me. I probably have it underneath my robes. Nice and hidden.
uh, would Malnum have a great axe? What weapon did
Or
Malnum
we
have?
can give it to Alec. That's weird for a
I thought one of
Al to
the
have something like that.
two invisible people would have it.
I figured too.
I don't know who would have it.
Bath has it.
I mean, that's just convenient.
It's almost as if we're playing a narrative game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess Vass would have it then.
Cool. So
Okay.
at this point, Malnum is no longer weaponless.
I feed it with the token. You said this door up here is closed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I poke it.
Also, the Mind Flayer told you to go through this one.
Oh, it's up to the right, so
Yeah, did he? I meant the other way.
yeah. Oh,
My
good
bad.
job. Yeah, I poked that one.
And it squelches open.
Hooray. And I'll do the same thing like I did rubbing my hand against the wall and then that's how make it close.
You touch it just right.
Yeah, I do. I got the touch. That's what
What
always has the
weapon did
touch.
what weapon did you say?
Whatever Malnum's
Ta-da.
normal weapon is.
Ta-da-na-na. Interesting room. There's a lot of ways to go.
So in this room, there is a many passages coming to and from this particular room. It is strangely vacant, but it is dominated by this large, like somewhat half dome, like glass structure. And it is filled with a mostly transparent fluid, but there's nothing inside. There's different organic cables, almost like veins and arteries and different kind of tubing coming to and from the structure. But this room is entirely empty.
Just so like where the brain would be.
First, I'll guess.
But the brain's not here.
Not that you see.
I mean, it'd be too easy if it was here, right?
Can I go up to the glass and knock on it? You said it's in a glass dome, right?
Yeah.
Half dome.
You tap on it and it doesn't even. It's not even like tapping on like a window, or it's the glass is too thick to even like reverberate.
No one else. Is there any other like doorways around?
Yeah, there's quite a few. There's the one you came from, pretty much all the ones you can see, and there's like holes in the ceiling.
Any ideas, guys?
I got nothing.
Just gotta keep going. Mine's
Okay.
Well, they said pick a path to the right.
Oh, Danny misspoke.
I was thinking from the perspective of fucking character, not on the map.
So we gotta go left then. So this way, right?
Well, I was talking about from up here, but whatever.
Oh, okay. You think the mindset would give us exact directions, but
I think we just gotta
pick a path and
start path picking and pray.
yeah, I'll go this way since I'm right here.
Unless there's any sort of signs of heavier traffic in any independent way, but
Yeah,
they levitate a lot, so
yeah, you come to a near vertical, about 15-20 foot tunnel
Oh,
that goes up to another iris.
oh boy. We ain't climbing that.
Yeah.
Let's go back. Let's try this pathway back over here.
It has an iris on this side. When you open it, you can see that it like arcs up and to the left. It's not completely vertical.
So you can try and just walk up this, just don't slip and fall. I'll go that direction. Wait, what?
Let's go.
Okay.
I have an extra, so I shouldn't go first.
As you all move up this tunnel, you come to a series of rooms. This first one has a large pile of like clothing and like tattered armors and various things just like piled in the corner. Though you don't see any mind flayers or drow or anything in this room. The next room doesn't. There's no iris in the hallway. You can see into the next room that there is large like glass containers of different like colored, looks like salt. And then further beyond you can see another short tunnel, but you can't see the room beyond that.
As we keep going that way, right, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's keep going. Do you see anything like a
None of
value?
this seems to be like anything I've seen before.
Oh no, you've never been in a place like this. This is
I
entirely
figured
alien.
as such.
In the final
Literally, the walls are weird.
in the final chamber, you see large tubs filled with some sort of fluid. Um, it looks too viscous to be water. Um, and there's no one in these containers. There's no mind flayers up here.
No other pathing.
No,
Dead
it
end.
just ends here.
Back the way we came. I guess it just jumps back down here.
Yeah.
What are these circles on the floor?
Um, when you step on one, it shifts and kind of moves away from your foot. Something oddly living and organic.
My flare did say it's vertical pathways. Maybe that means we need to keep going down.
There's another
Do the
doorway
thing
here as well.
opens? Oh, is there? Okay. Oh wait, yeah. True. Let's
Yeah.
go this way.
A little bit of an isometric map.
Yeah.
In this chamber, you can see that lined up on both walls are
Oh.
several vertical glass tubes. Pretty similar glass to what made up the kind of dome in the previous chamber. Several of them are empty. A few of them have people in various states in them. You see one that's just like seems unconscious and looks like a mind flayer in there. And then in a different one, you see what looks to be a human man, unconscious, completely shaved, bald, clothes, doesn't have any clothes. He's just in the tank, just neutrally buoyant in the tank.
No one ever recognized any of these tanks.
No.
Said the mind flare seems just to be unconscious.
And you see another one that is like a middle morph of like the animorphs between who knows what race it was before and a mind flayer.
Oh, they're making mind flares.
Yes, Jordan.
Let's not disturb them. Keep going. Hey, look, another pathway. Yoink. And boop. Boop.
There's another iris that you touch and it slides open. And there's a couple more tanks in here. All of these are empty.
Is that a hole?
There's an iris on the floor.
Do we go down, guys?
What do you think?
I
As
poked
long
the
as there's a way
iris.
back up.
Surely.
This one you notice is that there's a heavy spike driven into the ceiling above the iris and like a knotted rope that descends through like the little hole in the iris further down.
Oh, look, there's our way back up.
Lovely.
Leap of faith.
As
drop
you
down the hole.
open the iris, you notice it's about 25 feet
But
to the ground below.
I if you want, guys, I can animal shape y'all into something that flies or glides or something. That way we can
Well,
get down there.
there's a rope, is there not?
I just want to use the spell. Fine, I'll use the rope.
Save your resources for now. We're doing some fucking wild shit.
Okay, I'll grab the rope and descend my way down.
Okay, it's easy enough. You descend into a chamber that curves around, and you can see that this next iris actually is like all the previous ones have been like kind of semi-translucent, kind of almost flimsy looking. This one is nearly opaque, and you can see it has like it's like fibrous.
Oh.
And it doesn't have that little like pinhole in the middle. It seems to be made of some much denser material.
How do we get through this, guys?
You can try touching it again. Seemed to work so far.
Okay, I touch all over this thing.
Yeah, you touch it and the same thing, it like recoils from your touch, and instead of like spreading open like an iris would, this one like slides out of the way. This door is made of something more akin to like what like teeth are made of.
Why do I feel like we're like inside of like a brain itself? Ugh.
Oh, I'm back.
You're gone.
In this chamber, you see several like gibbet cages. There's some of those glass tubes where you saw the illithid transformation. There's a couple of various humanoids down here. They just look at you as you walk past, not saying anything.
I'm keeping an eye out for any familiar faces while we walk through this place. I'm worried that our friends are going to be turned into mind flayers.
You haven't seen anyone that you recognize so far.
That's good. I'll just continue my way through this junk.
There's another rope that descends from another vertical entry, and you see another of one of those hard doors, for lack of a better word, at the end of the chamber.
Going up. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh my god, it goes down.
Yeah, and there's also a door that goes up.
Up or down, guys?
We can try up.
Start climbing the rope and touching the I'll touch the
It-
butt.
Slides up and the rope swings a little bit. And you all climb up. And the next chamber you enter. Put you guys down there. Is this one?
Oh.
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 You see several mind flayers around the room. A familiar looking floating massive tentacles with an eye that is affected by what looks like some sort of blindness. The center eye is cloudy. And you can see in this large brine pool an enormous brain. But from these pillars, you can see that there are large chains running down to the brain, and driven into the brain are these large spikes, seemingly holding it in place. And just above the brain, up the staircase here, you can see very clearly a drow priestess next to two drow elite warriors.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi, Mar.
I'll give you an opportunity to give me stealth checks.
I am on my spell list.
Doing hot.
Whoa.
Wow.
I mean, that's how it works, right? As soon as we enter the boss room, we never get to set up. It's always fight time. Immediately go.
Yeah, Inzine's unconscious still.
But we're
I don't know.
disguised.
Lovely, isn't it?
Drow poison, man.
Being always useless.
Dude, I swear, it's just constitutional wisdom saving throws. No matter what, it literally doesn't matter.
You need to take the resilient feat. Get that proficiency in that extra saving throw.
For real.
What I had to do with
I had to
Anthony.
take fucking tough. Now I'm gonna have to take resilience.
But the priestess says, I was wondering when you would make your way down here. And you can see that she looks down at the pool and she just says, close it. And you just hear you feel a deep grinding in this place as behind you another one of those like heavy like tooth like doors shut behind you. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Of course.
Lovely. Just
Lovely.
waltz on in.
Uh-huh.
Malcolm ruined the stealth check, I know it.
Beth didn't do super well either.
Yeah.
I did for once, and then the one time it doesn't matter. Okay, do y'all like the name I changed under my
Yeah, I saw
icon
that.
down there at the bottom?
Yeah, I saw that part way through.
All right. See how you guys handle this one.
I'm
Damn.
worried. I'm just wondering if the mind flayers are gonna, just let us do our thing, or they're gonna attack us, or what. I'm more worried about this guy.
You've seen it before.
Seems unconscious.
I know. I don't like it.
Just
Who
fucking
isn't
cast
one?
darkness on the fucker.
You guys also forgot about someone you left in the tavern.
Oh, and
Yeah.
people were coming to the tavern.
Oh no!
Oh no! We passed people right when we left. We passed people that headed to the tavern,
Yeah, the guards. That was like very clearly for us.
and we left her there. My bride.
Oh, she's dead.
Danny,
Alright.
don't do this to me.
Your future
Edward.
girlfriend, or that you wanted to be, is dead.
I didn't say that.
We don't know.
Purely
We don't
business.
know that.
Purely business.
All right. But next time we'll play will be in 2 weeks. So that'll be the 25th.
Nice.
Nice. Pog.
Nice.
Nice.
Big Pog.
cock.
Pogger's the
See you next